I already had more surprises today than I could count, but that didn't stop my heart from skipping another beat. I stole a quick glance at Zain, then quickly looked away and closed my eyes to make a wish. For the past 5 years, I had always spent my birthdays with Simon. He didn't like cake. Each year, it was just a casual dinner out and a tiny, palm-sized cake from some shop nearby. I would still insist on lighting a single candle and making a wish that Simon and I would grow old together. He used to tease me for it. He said wishing on a cake was pointless, that I might as well wish on him instead. He knew what my wish was, every single time. But not once did he tell me the truth, that he never loved me, and that my wish would remain just that, a wish. This was the first birthday I'd spent without him, and somehow, it felt more grand and meaningful than any I'd had before. After I blew out the candle, Zain leaned in and whispered gently, "Maggie, your wish, it will definitely come true." I looked up, and fell straight into his eyes. I nodded, solemnly and with certainty. Yes, this time, I believed my wish would come true. Just as we were cutting the cake, my uncle's phone suddenly rang. The sharp, urgent ringtone cut through the warm, quiet air. He picked it up, listened for a moment, then frowned and pulled me aside, confused. "Maggie's right here. We are celebrating her birthday at home," he said into the phone. There was a pause on the other end before he handed the phone to me. "You told me everything was settled," he muttered. "So why the hell is Simon losing his mind looking for you today?" I glanced across the room at Zain, then let out a breath and decided to tell the truth. "Don't worry about him," I said quietly. "He just can't accept that I actually broke up with him." My uncle's hand clenched tighter around the phone and I could practically see steam rising from his ears. He had never liked my ex-boyfriend to begin with, and finding out that Simon, the so-called jerk, was actually his old friend had only made it worse. Without a second of hesitation, he growled into the phone. "I treated you like a brother and you treated me like an idiot. Get lost and don't ever come near her again." Then he hung up and, still fuming, blocked Simon's number. I tried everything I could think of to calm him down, but nothing worked. He was 2 seconds away from flying across the city to beat Simon into the pavement. Honestly, I thought that would be the end of it. That someone as proud as Simon would take the double rejection, mine and my uncle's, and disappear for good. I was wrong. A few days later, after Zain and I returned from a wedding dress fitting, we pulled up to the house, only to find Simon waiting at the gate. He was holding a cake. He barely spared a glance at Zain before marching up to me, grabbing my wrist without warning and pulling me toward him. "Maggie, come on," he said coldly. "You've made your point. You're already in a relationship. Don't you know how to keep your distance from other men? Are you seriously doing all this just to get under my skin?" I yanked my hand away, but his grip only tightened. It hurt. I couldn't help crying out, "Simon, let go. Have some decency, will you?" Without a word, Zain stepped in and slammed a punch straight into his jaw. "She said let go," he snapped, his voice like ice. "Didn't you hear her?" Simon staggered back but still refused to release me. His voice dripped with disdain as he snarled, "This is between me and my girlfriend. You're just a nobody. Stay out of it." I clenched my teeth through the pain, then looked him dead in the eye. "Careful with your words," I said coldly. "You're not my boyfriend. You're just a former boss, and I'm the employee you failed to retain." That finally stunned him into silence. "You're seriously going to deny our 5-year relationship just because of this guy?" he asked, completely baffled. I let out a bitter laugh. "Funny," I thought. "All those years you refused to admit we were together. And now that I've finally moved on, you want to rewrite the past. President Godric? Do and joke. Thank you for the memories these past 5 years. But my wedding's in a week. If you're feeling curious, you're welcome to come toast to our happiness." His face darkened. He laughed dryly, but there was no humor in it. "A wedding? Do and tell me this whole elaborate charade was just some scheme to get me to marry you. I told you the timing was end right. You waited 5 years, what's the rush now?"